Hey! Sup, nerds? So this is a high gain tube amp of Doom and it's the size of a football. It's not really something I would usually gravitate towards, and yet here we are with the Revv G20TS. And the only reason I even looked at it is just because of the white Tolex, right? I like those older white Marshalls. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. This has that look, but then I started looking at these knobs. Holy Honduras, my dudes. Virtual cabinets. And what's this headphone symbol for? This is a tube amp, right? Well, thanks to Flipside Music in Denver, I'm now holding it with my pinky, and I'm super stoked to check it out. Revv just threw it down. Let's go play some subpar notes through it. I mean... fuck that up. So I don't really dive into new amps a lot, right? I've got my Helix, my Princeton, and my Cat. And what more does anybody else really need, am I right? That being said, when I was playing it at Flipside Music, I was really capturing a vibe in the moment, you know what I mean? It was kind of freaking me out, so I decided I wanted to talk about it. As mentioned, this is the Revv G20TS. The TS stands for totally sublime because playing through this lunchbox amp of doom is like drinking a cold fresca on a hot day. Oh my god! If you don't like fresca, that's crazy. So for controls, what you've got here is gain, treble, mid, bass, and volume. Average savage, but wide, cha, duh, fudge is all that. Why is there virtual cabinets on a tube amp? And the headphone thing, again, like, it asks so many questions if you don't know what the amp is before you go to check it out. That's the camp I was in. And why was 6 afraid of 7? These were all questions that I personally needed answers to, so let's figure it out. Because 7, 8, 9, ha, got him. So check this out. I'm gonna stick on this side of the amp for now. We're gonna treat this as just a normal tube amp before we get into the crazy stuff, right? You've got just clean channel. The gain knob doesn't even work on this setting. This is just the clean channel. Got my Helix going through the front. Actually, this is pretty sick. The overdrives of the Helix are going through the front, but I'm using something called the 4-cable method to put the modulated stuff going through the effects loop of the amp. If you don't know what the 4-cable method is, please go look that up right now. I'm telling you, it'll take you to tone heaven. It's just delish! But regardless of that, this is just the amp by itself. Check it. Spanky, bro! It's my Cory Wong impression. Nah, it sounded like shit. Super cool clean channel, though. And just to really seal the deal, we're gonna do an overdrive, a hall reverb, and a 335 millisecond delay. Considering a lot of that's coming from a digital source and there's no gain or anything whatsoever coming from the amp, do you hear how natural that sounds? I hope in the recording process that's able to come through. As a pedal platforming clean channel, shockingly amazing considering it's advertised as a high gain amp. Like, the space in the room, it feels like it's naturally occurring. I don't know how else to say it. You can mention in the comments if I'm saying this appropriately, but it's like, delay is not a natural thing, I feel like, especially with that level of decay, but it feels like the amp is just magically producing these sounds in the room. It doesn't feel artificial or forced. And like I said, for something that's advertised as a high-gain lunchbox amp, for it to have that ability as a pedal platformer, kinda smitten. It's really fucking cool. If you disagree, just know I understand. My playing is below average and I have the ears of an 80-year-old war veteran. Let's move on. Now let's move over to the next set of buttons. We're gonna start with cha. What does cha mean? Well, cha is the channel. When you click that button, the lights change on the front. That looks super sick, but it also takes you over to the high gain side. So now the gain knob actually works. Let's listen to this nastiness. Psych! great, and the gain is on 0. This amp on the dirty ch with the gain on 0 is like a Marshall on 1100. Hey Revv Amplification, I need you to calm the fuck down, babes. My heart can't take all these crazy boom booms. Moving on, we're gonna check out agur. What does agur mean? Agur is short for aggression, which is crazy because I usually shorten aggression to my stepdad after a couple beers. When you click that button, it goes over to Revv's legendary purple channel and the whole thing tightens up harder than my grandma holding a $20 bill. Check it. Now when you take that agur button and you click it again, it turns to red. A little bit more gain gets put on top, gets a little bit more crunchy, but also it kind of loosens up a little bit. It's not as tight as the purple channel, it's like a really jacked up Peavey. Yeah, I'm gonna need to make that tone a little more swimmy to please my inner hippity-dippity. Let's go back to Hall Reverb 335 delay, but I'm gonna throw in a 240 delay as well, just to get a little So far, it's like we're only touching the tube amp side of things. It's the pedal platformer, channel switching type thing. And it's gas. The whole product is fucking fire. I'm having so much fun with it. It's a great sounding amp. But what if you're a bedroom recording artist, but you need maximum flexibility at lower volumes and minimal backtalk? Revv is here for you, my darling. Yes, this is a 20 watt amp, but as you can see here, you can click this button, you can switch it down to 4 watts. So if you're on that clean channel, right, you can switch it down to 4 watts, jack the volume, again, the gain knob doesn't matter here, and you start to get that more natural feeling amp breakup. Listen. Yeah, that sounds dope. I'm gonna put a light overdrive on that, and then I'm gonna do a clean boost that has a little bit of a mid bump too. Right? Oh, that is such an awesome cranked amp through a 212 sound. Like, love, love, love that. And then you see this pre and post knob right here? They let you choose between direct and headphone outputs before or after the power stage. You've got 6 different virtual cabinets here that are coming from the built-in 2 Notes cabinet emulation system, which, by the way, although the amp doesn't have any built-in reverb, there's a room setting built into those as well, so you can literally adjust the size of the room based on everything, and that gives you a little bit of reverb. I'm not super technically savvy when it comes to that side of things. That is so sick, right? Like, it's not a new product. I believe Revv has been doing this for a couple of years, but just having all of that in a tube amp is like, it's just crazy. I have not experienced that yet. Those types of features, you gotta decide, do I want tube or do I want digital? There's a great effects loop in the back of this as well, which I've been using. It's not noisy. Some effects loops are really noisy. This thing works great. It allows you to have all that modulation you want without muddying it up as you add gain. There's MIDI capabilities in it for you super nerds out there. And there's like a whole lot more that I just personally am not smart enough to grasp. Simply put, Revv is charging up the ranks in the amp world, babes. It's my favorite kind of company. I've done videos on a lot of them. They're trying to give you as much value as they can without spending so much money that your kids can't have food. In summary, I really dig it just because it kind of feels like they thought of everything for everyone. If you just want to play loud tube amp stuff, get loud and play tube amp stuff. It does a great job. If you just want to go direct, do things more digitally, it does that with ease. And if you just want to pick it up, throw it in your backpack to take it to a gig, who am I kidding? You're not gigging, you little bedroom rocker heathen of the night. Look at you go. Jesus, what a legend. And although I can't keep it, maybe you can. This is currently the only one that Flipside Music has available, especially in the white Tolex. And no, I am not an affiliate. I do not get paid for this. Flipside is just a dope local music store that lets me borrow gear to make videos with. That being said, if you do decide to call or email Flipside Music, especially to buy this amp, please mention the channel. Not only will you get treated like family at checkout, but I will get the crispest of high fives when I go to visit next. Support small businesses or you suck a lot. My name is Zach. This has been AudiblyDumb. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, if I say something's cool, it's 'cause it fucking is.